All right, what's up? Listen, I said earlier that I was gonna do a video and edit it and all that, but I've been at this conference all day, and I just want to do this. This has been on my mind today about learning different ways of learning the notes on your bass. And what I'm gonna suggest is that if you don't have a bass in your hand, don't sweat this. Come back when you have a bass in your hand because you're gonna need to get some context. All right, I'm just going live and I'm recording it at the same time. So if I edit it later, that's one thing. But let's just cut all the BS, and I'm gonna do this on a 5 string. The same 4 strings that exist on the 5 string exist on the 4 string, so don't sweat on that, right? But listen, there is never gonna be a time, ever, when you're gonna be asked to play necessarily random notes on your instrument. It doesn't mean that you don't need to know them. So don't twist my words. It doesn't mean that you don't need to know them. All right, I'm gonna say that again. It doesn't mean that you don't need to know them. So don't twist my words. All right, Scarby, what's good? Tiny, what's good? Emery from New York, what's happening? Okay, so the musical alphabet. Let's start right there. This is worth me having more than one like on this live stream. So let's get them likes up. If you come in, they got 12 people here. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed. The musical alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Period. That's it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That is the musical alphabet. All right? That's going to be important for you to know later on. Let me repeat for the new people in the room. You are never going to need to just randomly run up and down your neck naming notes arbitrarily. It's never going to happen. Never. Now, one thing that I think is more beneficial for you to do is learn the notes in fourths. What do I mean by fourths? Your bass is tuned in fourths. So I'm playing a 5-string bass. That bass, that low string is, the name of that string is B. Let's say B is the first note that I count. So 1. What comes after B? C. What comes after C? D. What comes after D? E. So that means E is the next string. E is let's say E is 1. E, F, G, A. So A is the next string. Also, I just got to let you know, I just had this Trickfish IPA preamp put into this bass. I'm going to have to do a proper review of it later on, but it's money. Okay, so what comes next? A, B, C, what? D. There's the next string. All right, D, E, F, G. So now we got the open strings covered and we never need to think about them anymore. Not never, right? B, E, A, D, G. If I was playing a 6-string, I would never. But if I was, what would be the next string? G, A, B, and then what? C. All right, that's tuned in fourths. So let's talk about going up in fourths. When we're going up in pitch on the electric bass, now I know this is a beginner thing, we're either talking about going this way or we're talking about going that way. So it physically looks like you're going down, but you're going up in pitch. Whenever we're talking about going up or down, we're talking about pitch. Now, if you got another tab open or something like that, I just want you to imagine a clock. And this clock is going to be the circle of fourths, sometimes called the circle of fifths. We're going to call it the circle of fourths. And C is going to be at 12 o'clock. Type a 1 in the chat if you got what I'm saying. C is going to be 1 o'clock. All right? But where is C? Now I'm gonna look at this from a 4-string perspective first. Before I do that. No, I'll save that part. So from a 4-string perspective first, let's say I know that C is at the 8th fret of the E string. Now, I'm going to go up a 4th. Well, we've already known that if I go, that direction is a 4th. Now we're going up a 4th. That's F. Right? Would be 1 o'clock on the clock. So C, F. Now if I go up a 4th again, what note is that? C, F, B flat. If I go up another 4th, I'm at what? E flat. But check this out. I'm just going to so instead of playing the instead of playing the E flat, B flat, the B flat here, I'm going to play it here an octave lower. Right? So C, F, B flat, what's a 4th up? E flat. I can't draw a circle because I don't have the stuff hooked up to do that right now. All right. So great question though. Man, if you open another tab and type in circle of 4ths and 5ths, a million different diagrams are going to come up. All right. Maybe I'll edit this video later and put a circle up, but thanks for the super chat. So check this out. C, F, B flat, E flat. Why 4ths? Why 4ths? Why would 4ths be a practical way to learn this? A more musical and more practical way to learn this? Because in Western harmony, most of the time, chords are going to move in 4ths. Example. Lost without you, can't help myself. Right? Or da da da. In 4ths. Root, up a 4th, up a 4th. That makes sense? A lot of times music is going to move, Western harmony is going to move in 4ths. So look, you're going to have to rewind this. Open a new tab. Type a 1 in the chat if you got a new tab open and you see the circle of 4ths. 4ths going in one direction, 5ths going in the other direction. That is a 2-5-1. Yes, that's a 2-5-1. So we're playing root. We're not talking about 2-5-1s. We're just talking about this 4th movement. But yes, that was a 2-5-1. So C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B. Now, watch this. There's E, but where's also E? Right here. A, D, G, C. We're right back to the top. Now we've played all the notes, right? Now that's using patterns, right? But you can hear that. You can hear those changes. And another thing I want to say, it never fails that I was thinking about this in the shower actually. You know, invariably somebody's going to leave a whack ass comment and they're going to talk about like, you know, oh, you're going too fast. Oh, you did this or you did that. Yes, I also made a free video. Free. And there's 100 other free videos on the same topic. But back in my day, we didn't have the internet. We had our curiosity and our ears in quiet rooms. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to take this 2026, man. If you don't know the notes on your bass next year, if you are one of these people that like you still don't know, it's because you don't want to know. And you got to be, it's okay for you to not know. It's okay for you to not want to know. But be honest about that. Be honest with yourself about that, right? You got to take your time. I know this only because I sat down and was like, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. Newsflash, you can also do that, and I can't do it as fast maybe, but depending on what day of the week it is, C, F, B flat, E flat, G flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. Then you can do that. You got a 5-string. C, F, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. Okay, now that's just notes. All that is right there, that's just notes. A note by itself doesn't have a ton of context. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a note by itself, which is fine for what we're doing, which is fine. But then, and those of you who have been with me for a long time, like on this channel somewhere, I did like the Barney Miller theme, and I went all around the circle of fourths with it. And I suggest that if you're learning like a passage, a lick, right? Let's say you're learning a lick. Take that lick, get inside that lick, and then move that lick around the circle of fourths. Speed is not necessarily the goal. You dig? It's understanding what the lick is and then hearing the lick in different keys. So let's take the major scale, the one box, the one little shape major scale. This badass bass just got more badass because of this trick fish. There's my shape. Now my second finger in this case, my second finger is sort of the seeing eye dog. C. I say it out loud. C. F. B flat. E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, I got 13 people and 9 likes getting this free lesson. D, E, A, D, G, back to C. But now I know there's a C here, and there's a C here. You understand what I'm saying? So now if C is 12 o'clock, and I just want to get used to, all right, so how many places can I play the C major scale? And I'm going to concentrate below the 12th fret, okay? I'm going to below the 12th fret, okay? I got 9 likes and like 15 people. Come on, y'all, get them likes up. So, C. Where's a fourth away from C? F. Where's a fourth away from F? B flat. Now, where's a fourth away from B flat? It's E flat, but I want to try to maintain the same shape or similar shape. Well, on a 5-string, here's E flat. Here's also E flat. Where's a fourth away from E flat? A flat. Now I'm going up in fourths, so where's a fourth away from A flat? Oh, it's D flat. But for you 5 stringers, oh, D flat, can I play D flat lower? You understand what I'm saying? And then where's a fourth from D flat? G flat. You understand what I'm saying? Now, where's a fourth away from G flat? It's B. Let's stick here for a second. Here's B. Here's also B. Here's also B. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what's a fourth up from B? It's going to be the note E. So, I could play it there. I could also play it here. Where's E? Where's the fourth away from E? Excuse me, A. D. But for you 5 stringers, what's a fourth up from D? G. And then what's a fourth up from G? C. But what's happening is if you lay that groundwork when you're like C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. B, E, A, D, G, C. Started with just the roots and going around the circle of fourths. All right. Now, when I edit this video, I may do a circle of fourths overlay on top, but you could find a circle of fourths diagram anywhere. Anywhere. But when you look at it, you guys who are just jumping in, you missed a lot, so you'll have to rewind. But remember, I think if you learn it in fourths, I could be wrong, and I'm okay with that. But I think that if you learn these things in fourths, and when you see a note, say a note until you don't have to, trip out on it. Super random example. One of the songs I've been playing with this band is you know the song? Anyway, that's just one random example that the guy was like, oh yeah, we're going to play that song, but we're going to play it in G. It's a 1-4-5-2 in the key of G. Well, I'm not guessing around where G is, right? I'm not putting no thought into that. Also, let me give you some game. Let me know in the chat, do you know what these dots are on your base? And coincidentally, these suckers glow in the dark, and I didn't realize that until the other night. Well, not the other night, but where are the dots on your base? Let me know if you know what the dots are on your base. What are they for? Are they just there? What's the deal on the what's the deal? Huh? Anybody? Somebody let me know. There are dots at the 3rd fret, the 5th fret, the 7th fret, the 9th fret, and the 12th fret. 3, 5, 7, 9, and 12. This one has a dot on the 1st. I don't recall ever seeing that, but there's a dot there. So for here, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Right? Well, that's G, that's A, that's B, that's D flat or C sharp, and that's E. The 2 dots there, that 12th fret is the halfway point of the string. Exactly the halfway point. So everything starts over again. Right? G, A, B, C sharp or D flat, E. C, D, E, F sharp, A, F, G, A, B, D. B flat or A sharp, C, D, E, and G. D, E, F sharp, A flat or G sharp, and then B. If you if you learn those and then kind of worked around them, there's marks all around this. When I was playing upright, when I was playing upright in college, my teacher told me something one day. He was like, "Man, you got to learn this bass. You got to learn like every scratch, every nick, not making scratches." I was, one time I put markers on the bass and I was immediately told to take that shit off. And that's just keeping it real. That's the same as with tab and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just learn the shit. Just learn it. App Production says, my first time on this channel, and I've just bought a 5-string bass guitar, and I'm just learning to play it. Somebody hit me up on Instagram about buying a bass for their son, and they were talking about, people say he should learn on a 4-string or whatever. And I'm like, if he doesn't know, if he's just a beginner, he doesn't know whether it's hard or not. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody else saying it's hard or not. But truth be told, bikes, chess pieces, and basses, or bikes, chess games, and bass guitars, things get harder as you take strings away. If we're to be honest. I mean, yes, there's some physical challenges or whatever, and I'm one of those lucky people who, my battery's about to die on my laptop. Hold on. I'm one of those lucky people who, when I got my first 5-string bass, I really didn't think about it that much. I didn't make it harder in my mind than it was. Let me hurry up and plug up my laptop before I lose y'all. That's that old man grunt right there, boy. You got to earn that kind of grunt. You dig? And I say that about, if any of you are chess players, everybody's cool when they got that queen and all their pieces. But when they start losing, and you could always tell, he done lost the queen, he can't play, he can resign. Anyway, that's what I think, man. I think that it's a little bit more practical to learn the notes and fourths. And once you understand, what the circle of fourths is, then try to do that on one string at a time. And you don't have to do it fast. It's not a party trick. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, Scarabee, your son is playing 5-string bass. Man, it ain't nothing but an extra string. Yes, there are some different field considerations, and I mean, it's But if you start off on 5-string, how would you know? I mean, I don't know. I was just talking to somebody at a conference about at an educator conference about the fears of adults and how we, like, AI right now is a big concern, right? In a lot of different spaces, and technology in general. Teachers are overworked, underpaid. We all know that, but teachers sometimes will take their apprehensions and pass them along to children, and children become afraid of things that they don't necessarily need to be afraid of. That's a little off the topic, but anyway, so C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. Okay, well, what about do it on the next string? This is only one of several ways you could do this. C, F, what did I say the next one was? B flat. Now, I don't want to go past the 12th fret. I want to stay on this. I want to stay below the 12th. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. Yeah? You feel me so far? What about here? C, F. Now I see my shortcoming. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, A flat, D flat. What's next? G flat. What's next? B. What's next? E. What's next? A. D. G. C. But even if I slow down and I falter right there, it ain't gonna stop me from playing nothing. What's up, Jade? You understand what I'm saying? So start here. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, B. I'm sorry, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. What's up, Allie? Let's see. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, G flat. No. What'd I say? What'd I start on? Okay, so here I made a mistake. C, I didn't start on C, I started on the B flat. Jesus Christ. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, Losing my train of thought. B, E, A, D, G, and then C. Now, what's also happening with my brain right now, you know, I ain't never afraid to look like I'm like the slow guy because it's out of context, right? It's out of context, and so it's a challenge. So whatever, right? But what would I do? Then I say, okay, well, that's where my shortcoming is. So then I slow down. Where's C, F, C, F, C, F, C, F, C, F, C. What comes next after F? B flat. And then what? E flat? So, but instead of doing that, I'm going to say, C, F, C, F, Sam, F, C, F, C, F, B flat, E flat, C, F, B flat, E flat. Again, nothing that somebody's going to just ask you or I to play just arbitrarily. All right. So going forth, right? Ali on bass says, I saw a thing. The Ruford Reed. Yeah, and that ain't easy. That is not easy. Not easy work. Right? But I don't know. Try it on for size. See how you like it. But I think doing it in fourths is a much more efficient way of. Yeah, listen, I'm calling it efficient. You do what works for you. But then also apply this to real music, especially when you get these one chord little So now I'm using this note as the seeing eye dog for that shape. Even though I'm not playing that note. I'm playing the octave of that note. Now, check this out. Here's something. Now I'm just grooving on something, but I know the next key is gonna be G flat, but I'm gonna have to come out of that shape. So what do I do? I can do that. But if I wanted to stay in that shape, I'm on a 5 string. So that's the cheat code of the 5-string. Or, but if I wanted to play it in that register. All right, y'all. I got to get ready for the next thing. Thanks for hanging out. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't. It ain't rocket science. It's pocket science. Bass guitar. I came up with that phrase about a year or so ago when I thought about some of the attitudes that I had been observing in the bass community. And the truth is, I don't know not one bass player that has cured AIDS, cancer, or COVID. None. Not one. It ain't that serious. All right? It's not that. It's easier than you might think. Right? Anyway, it ain't rocket science. It's pocket science. Peace.